out of the sandbox and back on the rails, this week on The Hapless Heroes.
That's true, you got shot. You're cool now.
Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I'll be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Let's start by introducing our cast, just like I always do. Starting on my right with Francesco as Percival Flathest.
I need a good night's sleep.
To his right, we have John as Jam Jam.
Jam Jam is going to take a nap.
To his right, we have Lou as Lev Zangief.
What is 6-letter word for person who practices law?
To his right, we have Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzbore.
Like I got a pet, but he lives inside me.
To his right, we have Nicole as Glurp Glup Glup.
No, I can't sleep. My substitute didn't put any grades in the whole time we were gone.
And to her right, we have Seb as Choomdaloom.
Pretty sure it's Lawyer Lev.
Damn, Nicole, that one cut deep.
I
did.
I felt that. I mean,
I saw Michael's heart drop.
I was like, oh no, not the sub not doing their job.
Their only job.
Well, it's not their only job,
I know.
but it's still
Yeah.
important.
Anyway,
The pain. Okay.
The pain.
Dave, would you care to recap this long ass day that we just had, or?
So, some things happened. There's some developments. Some new shit has come to light. We started the day, well, let's see. Try to go back. We're going back a little ways, all the way to Proxy Keen taking the Jeff chair.
Rip.
For purposes not thoroughly understood. No, they just couldn't get it through our thick heads. Let's see. We did that. We had a doctor's appointment for Brew as we were trying to figure out what exactly was going on.
Didn't we get pizza again?
And
We sure did. That happened somewhere in here. That's very important detail. We'll just put that one on the board, kind of off to the side.
and I'm glad someone's paying attention to how often we're getting pizza. Like our characters got to watch their carbs here.
And apparently we all grew up watching some version of adolescent monster assassin reptiles.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, what was everybody's favorite again, just for reference?
Nope. We're not going there right now. That is not an important detail, Lewis. Let's not get sidetracked. I feel like this is, in fact, I guess the recap was the gang got sidetracked.
Mozart.
Yeah.
It was Mozart.
Yes. The gang is just like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, getting back on track, and that's going to be a theme tonight, pulling things in, getting back on track. There was a doctor's appointment. We got some answers about what was going on with Brew and the promise of some actual clarity on what those answers meant later at an exorcism that the party promptly, didn't really put on their calendars.
Oops.
Then decided to have a little sidetrack down to the Blaggin' Flagon and wave some stabilized phlogiston around.
We didn't know
air,
that it was stabilized
like they just didn't care.
Then.
I don't even think we really know now.
Yes. Once again, facts that are known but not understood. So, yeah, that happened. There was
Miming.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I just have this desire to go into the passive voice. Tussles were had, words were said, words weren't said, shots were fired, some people died. It was all a big to-do. We promised we had nothing to do with it.
Oh, so as proven
legally,
in night court.
I was going to say
Yeah, legally proven. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks to
Cleared.
Neo, the lizard lawyer,
Yes.
our special guest, who took care of us or helped us get out of
Yes,
apparently
Mio
murder charges,
Esquire.
even though it was self-defense.
Yes.
Mio Esquire. That's amazing.
It's fantastic. And needless to say, a lot of things have happened in the last 18 hours or so. And
yeah.
folks are a little tired. They've been going on, like they've had to use short rests. Some of them have had to use hit dice. Do you know how often we actually really use the combat day here in this podcast? Like this is like we have exhausted these people and they need a rest. They need a break.
Damn right.
And it's what they're going to get. We hope.
We hope. Which means we hopefully, without further incident, make it home on that fine evening at the end of Night Court, whenever that let out. Well, Night Court plus Brewstercism / more, I guess, symbiote projection. I don't know.
Yeah.
Percival's seen a lot of shit today that he never thought he'd see in his life. So, like, I don't even know if he's processed everything that's happened so far.
Like the stakes just keep getting escalated on you. Like
we were just looking for March, and then all this shit happened too.
Yeah. Yeah. Even after you went to space, you thought, nope, this is it. There's a baseline. And then it just got weirder.
Mm-hmm. But hopefully, Dave, do we make it back to the Casa Concordia?
Yes. There's nothing else that I'm going to have stand in your way today. Like I have limits.
Percival barely even says a word. As we all get home, he looks absolutely wiped out and pretty much just like goes straight to his room and passes out like with the door open. You just see him kind of face down on his bed, like armor, everything's still on. He's gonna be sore as hell when he wakes up, but like he's just out.
Pretty sure it says in the manual not to do that. But,
He's falling on deaf ears, my friend.
So, does anybody else have anything going on that would get between us and a long rest? Glorp.
Glorp is going to stop in the kitchen and make a pot of coffee. And pull out their briefcase and sigh begrudgingly and pop it open and power on their tablet. And then go and grab the pot of coffee and flip it upside down on their head the way that those blue water jugs flip upside down into a water dispenser, right? So the coffee pot is just upside down on Glorp's head and you see the coffee just kind of dripping into Glorp.
Hopefully
like an IV.
Before
I mean faster than an IV, but
hopefully before Glorp does that, Jam would like to retrieve the potentially dangerous requiring coolant thing inside of Glorp's body.
The stabilized phlogiston.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have the glitter stick.
Stabilized.
Yeah, Jam's going to return that.
Doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Well, I'm hoping because it needs to be refrigerated, so adding coffee
putting
to
it back in the case, putting it back in the case, and then maybe finding
Yes.
somewhere to hide that case before you go to bed, so that it's just not sitting out in our apartment in case someone else decides to tell everyone they know that we have this stuff.
Ooh.
Maybe I don't know, but that's
Damn,
just
you can hide it in my room.
I'm out. I can't influence this conversation.
Nobody's gonna go in there as I counted the smell, so you can just hide it in my room.
Glorp in front of Jam while making the coffee and doing all of this stuff just pulls it out of themselves and puts it in the refrigerator. Just closes the fridge for Jam to then do whatever Jam wants to do with it and continues on the coffee and grating mission.
I have some questions about artificering. I have every single one of my infusions is a magical item. And what are the rules of crafting? I know I can only make 2 right now, as it stands.
Fusions. Okay, infusing an item. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical object and imbue it with one of your artificer infusions, turning it into a magic item.
So it's instant.
It's whenever you finish a long rest, you touch a magical item and imbue it with one of your infusions.
Nice. Cool. So I
and
get
you can
one.
only have a certain number of infusions active at any one time. If you infuse, say, I think you have 4 total infusions
and then it's 2 that you
at
can
level
have
2
active.
currently. If you were to, say, infuse a 5th thing, the oldest infusion you have becomes just a mundane item again.
Right. So as of right now, I only have 1. So I would make another one when we wake up from long rest.
Okay, so you're not. Yeah. What are you making?
I'm gonna make
Tell
a silk rope, which is, I'm sorry, not silk rope. What's it called? Pop. In my notes, it's
Replicable
just silk rope,
second
sorry.
level. Yeah, it is a rope of climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a 60-foot length of silk rope that weighs 3 pounds and can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
Yes.
You can speak a command word. It does some stuff. It's a magic rope.
Yes, I figured you guys would figure out as I'm using it what it's capable of doing, but that is what I'm going to do.
But we wanted to make sure we have the exact name of the magic item so that we have the rules for it. So it is a rope of climbing.
Does it have to be silk rope?
I think that the important thing is that it weighs 3 pounds and can hold up to 3,000 pounds. So it is whatever material would match those characteristics.
Twine. It would be the most flimsy looking twine that you've ever seen.
There you go.
Nice.
Glad we settled that.
Nice. That's what I would, and then other than that, I'm just going to bed.
Yeah, but that comes after your long rest finishes, so you would still gain all the benefits of a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Percival did all of his while you were gone, right? So,
anything else coming before the long rest?
should we get a long rest montage then? It's been a hot minute since we've had a montage.
We're so tired. It's a long rest montage.
Long rest montage.
Oh
Pretty,
no, I've been kicked out of my grading software and it didn't save any of the information. I have to start over.
Glorp, are you effectively hampering yourself by forfeiting a long rest, though?
No, I'm assuming that I'm grading for like an hour or two before I'm just
Okay.
End
Just,
up, like,
I just want to make sure that we're clear on that you're not going to, go so far that you don't sleep at all.
But teachers don't need sleep.
Oh boy,
No.
that's not a feature that we know of.
We all
here.
go to bed
Yeah.
at 1 a.m. and we're all in our classrooms by 6 the next morning.
It's a
The same
curse,
morning, I
Michael.
should
It's a curse.
It is a curse.
Okay.
And
I'm
Glorp
Yeah, I'm
can
not
do
gonna give
it.
up the long rest in this case. No. Glorp needs the long rest right now.
Yeah, we all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody take your long rests. Now, is there anything that kicks in with a long rest that anybody else needs to do aside from our artificer?
I think that's just the normal, right? Regaining hit dice, regaining hit points, regaining spell slots,
Oh, my
and any
spell
features
slots.
or things that were used.
No, I don't think that anything has happened for Lev, but he does, just come home like everyone else and goes to the fridge, takes the quarter gallon jug of milk out of his bag, puts it in the fridge.
You don't want to know what kind of milk it is.
It's milk, don't worry. It's edible. And he sits in the lazy boy that simulates. It's similar to the one that he has at home, but it's not as form-fitting, obviously, to his size. And then he pulls out a really well-rolled activity book with like crosswords and word searches. There's like some of them that are like scribbled out that he's like messed up on. He's got like notes on the side of, and he's like passed out within 5 minutes of opening that book up, rolling that book open.
So like whoever's first awake, if it's not you, is going to see you passed out with this book sort of like on your chest
just
or
like-
whatever.
exactly,
Yeah,
yep.
perfect. It's beautiful. We did also leave all of our phones and technology at home, but we'll address that in the morning, I guess.
Trim's gonna climb up to his hammock, which is promptly in the top right corner of the room, nailed to the wall. Actually, probably more like welded onto the wall. And he's going to lay in the hammock, and in grease on the wall, write stabilized flow. One more time. Stabilized phlogiston and big question mark. And then he's gonna pass the fuck out.
Just leave notes for the awake version of you and him.
Yeah, right?
I've done this. What happens is I wake up, I read the notes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, let's wake up and read the notes.
Yeah. That's why
Insert like New Day music or whatever,
that's why you have to leave it like it's a video diary in an apocalypse movie. So you remember it better. Oh my god, guys, listen. I need you to remember this.
You're in great danger.
Yeah. The fridge. Open the fridge.
Open the fridge, Joe.
Clean it.
I like this.
I'd like to think that everybody wakes up to Percival washing the glorp off the coffee pot.
Glorp actually fell asleep at the kitchen table, right? Because, I mean, it doesn't matter. And had transitioned to, like, the drapey ooze shape that Glorp sleeps in, which is just a
blob.
A blob, right? It's like a puddle of ooze melted over
like a
the
pile,
chair.
right? Because it's not flat. It's just like you're
Like so
it's
it's like something melted over the chair almost. So the coffee pot is still like upside down on top of like the sleep glorp pile. So like in order to pick it up and use it in the morning, like coffee is going to get dumped all over glorp.
Oh, and it's like it's cold. It's like yesterday's coffee.
Yeah, there's like half a pot of coffee still in there.
Yeah. Is the pile of cell phones like like mobile devices that we all whoever actually possessed one right on from the emergency contact list we have in the fridge, are those still like all on the table?
There's no reason anything would have moved unless some of you moved them.
Just making sure. I mean, because the body of Jeff is gone, right? Because the flotilla did enter and take that as they, the whatever trap or booby thing that you guys set up just laid on the ground, and they thanked us for giving it back to them.
We did that. I mean, but the flotilla wasn't going to do anything else. They're on the up and up because I can make you more paranoid by just making them continue to act on the up and up.
Yeah. I know. I was doing that too. Anyway. Because you guys everyone just gets paranoid of everything all the time.
Kind of a character trait.
But yeah, so then my point stands, right? I guess then that's how maybe Glorp wakes up, his Percival pulls the coffee pot off of you, and so whatever's left does just kind of spill on you. He's like, kind of stumbles over it and then just goes to the sink and
coffee.
Tiny little sink that we have and like just starts. Cause I'm imagining almost like a micro kitchen unit because this is supposed to be like the kitchenette of like a ship. So I'm imagining like everything is very small and compact. So I'm like this big dude, like, with these like little things, just like trying to like clean it by hand. And I'll probably have Ollie, my little homunculi like thing, assisting. Like maybe he's like holding a rag or something like that, and he's like just like floating there, right? So like Percival's doing the dishes and trying to make a fresh pot of coffee. Does everybody like get up and like come gather in our normal gathering spot, or do I have to come get people? It's like Percival's got some feelings.
I imagine that after our night in court, it feels particularly cold underneath the artificial moons of the flotilla, or moon, however night is simulated. But after almost being in jail, I imagine it's
just turning off, more like just turning away the sun reflection, because it can always be night when you're in space.
The raft isn't temperature controlled, like it isn't.
Yeah, there is like there are there's life support systems that do keep things more or less.
After the brush with the legal system, it sends a chill up your spine.
Exactly, and, it's more.
I think that I wake up before the sun mirrors get turned around, and I'm up and thinking, and it's probably very early in the morning by the time Lev is up.
Yeah, I feel like we're all I feel like there's not a lot of words exchanged yet as coffee is being made and we all kind of stir awake. I just kind of feel like we had a hell of a fucking day the day prior.
Yes. And just because everyone has slept doesn't mean everyone is, just because everyone has gotten a long rest doesn't mean everyone is rested yet.
Yeah, and it's more of just kind of like I'm just kind of surveying, our people and just kind of seeing like, okay.
Yeah, mentally it's fucking 32-61 right now for Lev. And he's back in the ring, day after kind of.
Yeah, right. Feeling. Like the soreness is all kicking into. Yeah,
just beat up a bunch of mimes.
Yeah. You see Percival definitely like kind of clutching his back. He's actually just in like a blue like two-piece jumpsuit now, like a baby blue almost. He's like as he's doing the dishes, but he's kind of like clutching his back every so often or like stretching because like he accidentally slept in his like armor and stuff like that, so he's feeling touch sore. Plus, he was,
and he
shot
got shot
a bunch of times yesterday.
And he got shot.
As those wounds have, started to heal now, he's also looking a little worse for wear. But it's like, my question stands to the group. Has everyone gathered in our common area?
Yes.
Lev said the news would be on, and because I imagine the common areas, again, you have the kitchenette and a table and maybe small seating and a little screen that we've installed for local news and shit.
Right.
It's probably, I imagine this to be a very small, based on the map of the ship, a very small contained area. That's sort of where we gather for any of our group social at home stuff.
Yeah, I turned FPR on.
Oh God!
Flotilla Public Radio. Let's go. That's great.
Of course.
I don't want to be the stick in the mud, but Choom definitely did not come out of his room, and you would, on cue, almost as you're kind of looking at him, like, is everyone here? Hear loud metal music blasting from his room, very loud, louder than almost anything in the house at this point.
Okay. You said. Now, I don't mean to butt in here, Dave, but, he did mention he's turning on FPR. Would you mind? I did create a couple of news bulletins for us to drop in anytime any of us decided to tune in.
Right, lovely.
First of all, I guess I'm going to poll the group here. Does anyone want to take the role of a news broadcaster? I have a script pre-written. Or I will do it myself. But I'm going to put it out to the group. If anyone would like to actually read this news bulletin, and then we can, we'll go from there.
I'm always game. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I went to school for broadcasting.
Oh!
Nice, you should do it. Quiet on the set.
What?
All right, we'll start from the top. 5, 4, 3.
This is Stantavius Jones, the 13th, with the Flotilla Public Radio Special Bulletin. The Tri-Faction Peace Council met in an emergency session yesterday to ease tensions caused by a recent incident in the Marion Cluster system within the DMZ. Allegedly, a long-abandoned orbital station mysteriously powered up after many years lying dormant, according to the official council statement. Representatives for Astral Tech, the Crimson Imperium, and the New Federation all denied any involvement in the incident. The Joint Council announced a formal investigation is now ongoing to uncover who or what may have caused this disturbance. This is Stantavius Jones the 13th with Flotilla Public Radio.
Next up, don't wait. Please tell me.
Cut it in.
Yeah, it's so good. Thank you for entertaining these. I love these little inserts. I really want to do more of these tastefully as we continue the campaign.
Yeah, that was fun.
Anyway,
Man, and now we cut to the kitchen and it's like, I hope that wasn't us,
Yes, and it's what I would like. Cutting back to the kitchen. What's the reaction here?
They could be talking.
Percival just looks over at everyone else besides, I guess, Choom, who's not in the room. He'd just be like, "What? Was that you guys?"
They could be talking about anyone. No. That could be anybody. Don't worry about it, I would say. It is fine.
Cool. All right. It sounds pretty intense.
Yeah. I mean, hypothetically, if that were us, that would be pretty crazy too,
Yeah, it would be pretty crazy.
It would explain things like
wasn't that kind of like where you were and everything too? And
maybe.
I just said a stunned silence just sits in the room for a bit.
You occasionally hear the noise of a gurgle because Glorp is still continuing to drink the cold coffee that was dumped all over them.
So I guess as the fresh pot gets finished, I'm gonna start pouring coffee for whoever is in the room, and I'm just gonna be like, so, we were still supposed to find March, and I think that maybe we should
about that.
Maybe try to do that for realsies this time, and avoid any more maybe brushes with law enforcement or galactic powers or anything like that, you know. I think that would be pretty cool. Pretty cool if we could just maybe focus on finding our friend and not getting attacked by any robots or mimes or, you know, any of that stuff, you know. Not saying that I'm not down for another fight, you know. Of course, I can hold my own, you know. I'm okay. Fine now.
That's true. You got shot. You're cool now.
But, Percival looks,
and I kind of like chop
he just
you
like
in
you
your
stop
wound
you
a
stop
little.
him like dead in his tracks. He just kind of like he's just yeah. I guess I am. Thanks, Lev.
No problem. And then I give you like a little pat on your back, like in the area of where your exit wounds might be.
I pretend to like I wince, but like I try to hide it. You know what I mean?
This is a good sign. Good job.
And I'm gonna go see about rousing Shoom. Jam, were you actually in the room with us? Did I pour you a coffee as well, or are you not here?
No, he's definitely sleeping in still.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Sleeping
I'm gonna start
in.
knocking on doors.
So it's just Percy, Brew, and
Glorp and Lev.
Lev and Glorp.
That's who I just had that conversation with.
About half of
most of
half
us.
of Glorp.
Yeah. Okay. True. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, 3/4.
Sure.
You know.
Most of Glorp. That's fair. I'll take that. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna start knocking on doors. I'm gonna knock on. Shoom. I hear the music blasting out a little bit. So I'm gonna give him a couple, louder knocks on the metal door. And then just kind of walk over to Jam's room and kind of do maybe a little more reserved on the knocking. I am not currently in my armor of assisted strength, so I'm not like, bashing hard. Just
put a hole through the door.
Just
loud enough and just be
knocking on Jam's door.
Yeah, I'm just be like, coffee's ready, and we should probably talk about finding our friend. So if you want to just gather where we. Yeah. Anyway, good morning, and he just like walks away. He goes back to the kitchen.
As you walk back past Chum's room, the door just slides open because now he's done that to his door, I'm guessing. And
does the music stop?
No,
Okay.
It's very loud, and plume after plume of calm emotion smoke just starts pouring out of the room, and you just see Chum standing at the bottom of his this massive wall of mathematical equations. And he just looks jazzed. Written in grease on the wall. He's just like, Mercy! What did you want? What's going on?
We have coffee. We should probably talk about fighting March. What are you doing in here?
March. Looks at wall.
If I look inside your room, if I just kind of poke my head in a little bit, because I remember you had mentioned something about having like an engine block somewhere,
block.
Chilling like on something, your little hammock and all that stuff. But what am I looking at?
As you walk in, at this point, it is so disorganized. Like the first time you saw it, it was at least organized. Now everything is everywhere. There's papers that are stuck to the wall with just like a grease hand. There's all kinds of stuff all over the room. And you just see the entire back wall of the room is taken up with mathematical equation. And Chum's just sitting there like, what's up? Why are you coming in my room?
So I didn't come in. I just kind of poked my head, and you're gonna see a little bit of that secondhand smoke enter my gigantic nostrils, and he starts coughing really, big GIF cough, right? And then he just goes, you doing okay, buddy? As I look at the scrawlings of a mad grease man on the walls.
Yeah, I'm
do you
good.
want to talk about or?
No.
Yeah, going on over there.
He just kind of looks at you, looks at the engine block, looks at you, looks at the wall of math, looks at you. Don't worry about this. You said March, right? We gotta go find March? Yeah, we're finding March.
Yeah, you're in
March.
a
Let's
good
go find
spot
March.
to take a break. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. This coffee. Just meet us in the common room. Could you get Jam up if he hasn't come out yet?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Okay. Not ready for that energy right now.
Yes, give him coffee. That's a great idea.
I'm not going to give him coffee.
Nothing could possibly
I have just
go wrong.
made it. I have only. It is the communal coffee pot.
For all you know, he got up earlier than all of you and drank from the Glorp coffee.
Who knows, right? So that's it. I just wanted to make sure everyone was gathered so we could kind of discuss our plan for finding March. And I'm going to pull out that piece of paper that I had, palmed and pocketed that had the numbers on it. And see if I can start maybe making more sense of that, as maybe if this is an indication to some sort of location we can find March without using any internet or Galnet based, I should say, like things. I just want to I believe it was his locker note. It was essentially Fibonacci sequence, right? It was like 112358.
Yes.
Which I'm just trying to make sense of those numbers. Is there something
I feel like we had
roll?
more information than just that.
Okay, sorry. I don't have a lot more notes on that.
Proxy had told you guys a place to investigate, I believe.
Did he?
I don't remember.
Did we just all black that out?
I don't remember, bro.
I don't
I think
have
we
that
had
Like
mentioned-
2 months ago.
Well,
No,
for-
Yeah,
as
I don't
far
know
as-
if Proxy did ask that.
Did we
Yeah.
piss Proxy off so much that he never got around to telling us?
It's also possible.
we gotta call him anyway because we gotta let him know.
We've billed a lot of things to him also recently, so,
Do we need to let him know about that?
I don't know. Is Jam, are you here to take part in this discussion? We should make a decision, though.
Not currently.
Okay.
I'm gonna then go over to Jam Jam's door and start fucking playing a fucking drum beat on it. Jam Jam, 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 Jam wakes, Jam Jam. And I'm just gonna keep going until I get a response.
Yeah,
You're
the
like
door
smacking,
opens pretty
smacking the
quickly.
door with the wrench or something like that.
Yeah, the monkey wrench is dong dong dong.
Yeah, the door opens pretty quickly. Jam Jam is still in his pajamas.
Oh, you have
These
pajamas?
pajamas.
Just little pajama bottoms on his little penguin
Are
feet.
you mean that Jam Jam is in his jammies?
Yep.
Nice jammies, Jam Jam.
Yes.
Come on, we gotta go to the kitchen because Percy said something. He said something. He's always saying something, but he said something. There's coffee. And he just starts running towards the fucking kitchen.
For some reason now I just watched Blade Runner, but I imagine him doing the Roy Batty, like the bounce, as he goes everywhere.
Leaving
Yeah, I mean,
footprints.
there we go.
In his little bike shorts.
Amazing.
So we have arrived in the kitchen.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of lay it out for everybody again, right? Same thing. It's like, so we should probably, focus on finding March again. So here's the thing. I have this sequence of numbers here that March left us that definitely we have no other information about. Absolutely not. And if there was other information given to us, obviously none of us fucking remember it. So we should figure out what this is pointing to, yeah? And maybe we can ask, maybe a mutual friend, about it, maybe. Although he may not be too happy to hear from us if the lawyer's already sent the bill over,
Oh, you talking about Proxy? Proxy's not a friend.
Why not? He paid us money. He said that, the flotilla would, help us or something. And, we
He stole
needed
Jeff.
it. And okay,
did steal
I
Jeff.
thought we settled
That's
this.
a friend.
No, I don't. I don't want to have this argument again right now. Okay, they are our ally as far as I'm concerned, and they're the only people who have treated us with any sort of, I guess, recognition or respect since we found ourselves here. So, except for Father Hayes.
Jam
By the way,
Jam.
speaking of Father Hayes, Brew, you feeling okay today?
I'm doing all right. I just need to finish my first cup of coffee. Yesterday was a doozy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's great. He's great, folks. So, anyways, Jam Jam. Sorry.
Jam Jam was going to get some supplies from Tink for one of those things.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the question, right? Do we really want to be going out with this stuff? We don't even know what it does.
We gotta keep some. Gotta keep some. Gotta keep just a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Yeah, we need some most. We just gotta keep some.
Okay, hold on a second. So as long as we're not doing stuff that might lead people to March, I'm going to go to... I don't know if we have a common computer in the house. We really don't.
You'd have to go.
I feel like you probably would have
Yeah.
some kind of workstation that, because there's
We
got to
have
be
a
some
family
way
Yeah,
to
maybe I have a
check your
desktop. Yeah,
email.
right.
It's
Yeah,
a
so-
Jackintosh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
no!
So I
Yeah,
would like
the
to use the
Jackintosh,
one.
of
I would
course.
like to use the one in the home, not a personal computing device, but the one that's in the Casa Concordia.
No. Yes.
To look up, maybe in an incognito tab if those exist, stabilized phlogiston, And I'm going to try a few different spellings until I get a match that seems right.
I'm sitting on your shoulder while you're doing this.
So while you are searching this, you get an ad pop up.
Oh, no.
Oh, malware.
Just in the corner.
Okay.
And there's like a little header. A friend thought you might be keen on this. And it's an ad for a florist shop.
Percival would probably be smart enough to get this, right? Like, Percival would be smart enough to get that this is like a reaching out for assistance, I would imagine. I would be keen on. I mean, you know what I mean? Come on. I'm just gonna like.
He's very impressed with himself here.
Yeah. I was like, it looks like we've already, had the offer made for us, and I point to the pop-up ad that I just got before I even get to the search bar of Flotoogle.
That's malware. Don't click on that.
No. Read the subtext, buddy.
Don't
look at it closer as if there is like some more. No, subtext is something that's not a.
I don't know. Don't make sense.
Yes. Now, the subtext does say terms and conditions apply. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, that's malware. I've seen that on the sites that
as you go back out, it's an ad for Thoria's Florist.
Thoria's Florist, and what is the address?
The address is 2 Garden Park on the Wisteria.
Oh, on the Wisteria.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So that's the fancy lodging ship, right? That is one of the former Federation ships, if I remember correctly.
That is the former Imperial ship.
Former Imperial ship, the Wisteria. Okay.
Yes, with all of the ornate trappings that the old Imperial stuff had. Lots of crimson, lots of, nice ornate draconic stuff going on. It's their old fashioned. They seem to be a little more blocky probably in modern days, but their old timey stuff, I imagine, had a little more flair to it.
Maybe take a quick trip to the Wisteria and, just have this meeting, get it out of the way. It's like, listen, like if we don't go, this is effectively an invitation. And again, I point to the pop-up ad. If we don't go, that he's just going to find another way to come to us. And I feel like it's just better if we show up in good faith and just let that just be what it is. That way we're not, maybe being antagonistic to the people who have been trying to help us and are the only people who've paid us anything that's actually really worth much. Jump!
What? Yeah, let's go. We gotta go shopping after. We go. If we're going, I'm driving.
I mean, there's probably better shops in the Wisteria than they're going to be here on the raft. So let's just go check it out, see what's around there, and let's just go from there. Maybe we need someone to at least point us in the direction of march, and then maybe we'll hit something on the way. Does that satisfy you?
Yeah.
Okay. We want to take a taxi, or should we see if our shuttle's ready?
Our shuttle is ready.
Is it?
He grabs the sides of your jeeps, squeezes them. Our shuttle was born ready.
Oh. Okay.
Hops down,
Well.
grabs keys, grabs jacket with no sleeves. Runs outdoor.
Okay. Are we about to do this whole fucking us piling into this small
We can yada yada it because
truck?
we've done it enough times. That
We have done it enough
now.
times, but
Yeah.
goddamn.
This is what we do. It's the clown car.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to
And
all
we're the
hop in
clowns.
Choom's clown car and head towards the docks, I guess. Unless anyone has anything we're trying to do. Again, I'm going to advise we continue to leave any communication or internet connected devices at home.
Oh no, I brought all my
Please.
shit, bro. I brought all my shit.
We're trying not to be tracked.
Obviously, this is all
Yeah, I
going
have
over
my tablet
Tuesday.
with me. I have work I have to do.
As a point for my character, can I just clarify that the place that Jam Jam is supposed to meet Tink is also somewhere near the docks, but their normal time is a little bit later in the day.
So maybe we connect the dots here.
Yeah, later on. Maybe just, have a follow-up to the whole crazy shit that happened yesterday and hey, we'll deal with this later somewhere that's not here. We won't forget about that,
Nice.
Jam Jam. But, again, let's just do this out first.
All right. If little driving montage. Choom is flooring it, for lack of a better word.
Good.
We are
Percival's
whipping.
hanging on for dear life.
We are whipping.
Like at this point, we're all outfitted up. I would assume again.
Oh yeah, I got my. Your feet would be like glowing red, like the power armor would be like glowing red from how fucking fast we are going right now.
I'm not like I don't have my feet like dragging on the ground. It's
I
more
thought
like,
that's what we had decided.
No, I'm like hanging on to the back though. Like I got my feet up on whatever little platform is there.
So
for
the
your
car
feet.
is dragging.
It's just dragging, yeah, a little bit. Big boy.
We're doing F1 sparks, just like shooting up.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure that the levitating mechanism or whatever is doing its best to correct for the weight, but it's just it's a little lopsided. So
love that. I love how we're trying not to be followed, but we're leaving just a skid mark all the way.
A little bouncy. But these roads are all fucked anyways, right? It's all just broken ship parts all over the place. We're just driving on like metal repurposed shit,
Hell yeah. Do we stop at Luigi's?
No.
Just kidding.
Yes.
No.
We'll do it.
This is what we do.
We go to the
But I heard
docks.
they have a really good
In-
breakfast pizza.
In Choom's defense, we didn't eat yesterday.
Or this
Except
morning.
for pizza.
I'm pretty sure
We did.
everyone ate
We had
pretzels.
pizza yesterday.
Somebody had a bunch of
I did
pretzels
have
yesterday,
pretzels.
actually. And I didn't eat
alright.
any
So,
pretzels last night.
We definitely
we stop and get breakfast pizzas on the way.
Choom jumps out of the car. I'll be right back. Runs into the little bell rings. Runs back out with a whole ass pizza in like 3 seconds flat. Jumps in the car. All right. Puts it in drive and takes off.
Yep, and once again, Percival does just eat whatever pizza he was given in one bite, as it would be very messy to hang on to on the back of a...
Oh, now you want pizza. Oh, now that's in the car. Okay.
I said we get breakfast pizza. Thank you.
Okay.
Now I would assume arrive at the docks relatively quick.
Okay, so you guys do arrive at the docks, and there are several different modes of transport that you could use to get to the Wisteria. There is the ferry, which you would be able to get a group rate on. We'll take you to a main port on the Wisteria, and you would have to find on-ship transport from there. Or you could get a taxi directly to docks in this specific neighborhood. That would cost significantly more.
And I guess
We're talking, I think, about 50 credits versus 300 credits.
You're also
is our
not
shuttle
gonna give a
is our
choice.
shuttle repaired? But the thing is, even if it is, do we have docking rights on the Wisteria?
Not for this kind of thing.
So
yet.
we got to take either a taxi or we'll just take the ferry.
Uh,
Fine.
Is it a ferry boat or is it a fae we have to make a bargain with? Just to clarify what you mean by fairy in this future magical setting where shit
Well-
tends to fuck us.
That's true.
I mean, there are some what look to be some stylized sprites painted on the side of the craft, but it is, the FERRY that is there to transport commuters and, other folk in bulk. No specific deals with otherworldly creatures involved.
What's the group rate?
So far as we can tell. What's the group rate? Let's see. I would say 150 for everybody group rate for the ferry.
All of us
Versus
for 150 total.
I want.
So
Yeah.
if you're there's a bit of a barrier to getting on this ferry,
Yeah.
right? You got to have some
Versus like about 500 probably for the
money. Taxi.
specific taxi that would take you directly
see.
to the
Well, we'll
neighborhood.
pay the 150. Splitting that 6 ways is tough.
Yeah, Choom's kind of all this gone over his head, and he's walking towards the shuttle, fully expecting that he's going to be flying that shuttle. And I'm not going to make you guys convince me. We're not going to stop here. But I'm just saying somebody in this party needs to drag Choom to where we are actually going.
I pick him up.
150 divided by 6 is 25, so it actually does divide pretty
Nice.
easy.
And 25 each is good.
Here you go, Dave.
Yeah.
Give
I
me
don't
time to
have
math.
any money.
Yeah, we all got paid, including you. You have 1,500. Rue.
Gave it all to you.
No, you did not. Yet.
I have no need for money.
Yeah, but sometimes we do need that, Bruce. So just hang on to that. I really don't want. I'm not like your banker or anything. I really don't want to be either. But
If I give you the money, it's your money.
Jam Jam will hold your money.
Somehow I don't trust Jam Jam to hold all the money.
It's all right, Percy. I got money. I just left it on the shuttle. He starts walking back towards the shuttle.
Oh my God. Okay, here's the thing, right? We have a shuttle. It's only been a couple days that it's been repairing. So I guess the question is, first, do we see any indication?
Well, do you guys want to check in on your
Might
shuttle,
as well.
I
We're
suppose?
here. Let's do that real quick. Choom really does, and I know that if we don't just do this, he is going to be sour the rest of the fucking day
it's gonna be
until
bad.
he gets a definitive no from an authoritative figure that is not one of us.
It's gonna be bad.
That no, we can't take the shuttle.
We can do it quick, though.
Is that more or less, I think?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we get all the repairs that we
I would
wanted
say-
done?
Well, if you go visit the head mechanic there, a human, kind of tall and skinny, really long face. Like, not quite yet. It's not quite finished cooking yet, but it's good while we got you.
We'd be on
here.
first name basis,
Come
by the
over
way.
this. Yeah, his name's Roy.
Roy, baby.
Hey, chill. So yeah, we're not quite done cooking yet.
Okay.
But come on over. I want to show you a few things. I want to get your take on this. I figure, if you're here, might as well. How do you feel about the red upholstery? Do you like that? Should we go just the piping? Do you want the whole seat
the
in
upholstery,
red?
yeah. It gotta be red. It's, we gotta
Yeah.
blend. But
Yeah. I'm sorry we don't have it quite ready for you yet, but we figure we're gonna do it right.
right, and the turret integration went smoothly.
What turret
Yeah,
integration?
no, the one that
And he winks largely with one eye.
you son of a bitch. all right. Well, you let me know. You text me. Call me. I have my phone on me. Definitely have it on me. I didn't leave it at home. So call me when it's done, okay? We're going to go take the stupid ferry.
It's interestingly specific. I'm sorry you have to travel like poor people today.
Yeah.
We'll have it
Poor
fixed by the
people,
end of the night.
150
And
GP
Me and Roy have a
for the
secret
group
handshake
rate.
that we do.
Still a lot of money.
You would all see Choom and Roy do a
It's
handshake.
like it's more in a joking tone than actually saying it for real.
Mhm.
Ha ha ha! Such a jokester.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I'll subtract 25 GP from myself. Hopefully, we're all covering 25 apiece, and then we'll take the ferry to the Wisteria.
Yeah. Someone might have to manage Brew's expenses fund or something,
Well,
but
technically,
I mean,
you
listen,
owe me
I'll do it if
Well,
I'll do it if I have to,
let me-
Brew. But just know that it's still your money.
So let me retcon that idea for a second, just in his own head. So he's going to manage his own money, but I just have to know as the player, I'm not spending the money on anything that's not helping me with the quests, right? Like, so I don't frivolously spend money.
You're not.
So
yeah,
the money is there.
and that's how
just-
I saw is Brew isn't trying to accumulate wealth, but look, if travel means, hiring a taxi, then we're going to hire that damn taxi because we're traveling.
Yeah,
but we're not taking the taxi. We're going to take the ferry.
the ferry.
Yeah. Well, whatever, but that's
I'm gonna put
the
up
thing.
20 GP because technically Percy still owes me 5 GP because I paid for the pretzels at the bar.
Oh my fucking yeah. Okay, nope, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I
so
will.
you technically owe me
we will make
5.
that.
Yeah.
We will make that happen. I need to be
Nice.
held
Let's-
accountable for the
thanks.
pretzels. So
Let us also make a note that things are now even with the great pretzel caper. Of,
No, still
whatever year
owes
this
us
was.
pretzels.
I paid for my
Wait.
share that I just paid Jim
Yeah.
back. We're square on the pretzels.
Are we doing double jeopardy on pretzels?
It seems like this is
What
the
we're-
line in the sand that the group has drawn. So
I'm literally,
This
as
is-
Jam Jam and Percy are arguing about it, I'd be like, he paid me. I don't give a shit what he does.
yeah, right. Okay.
I walk onto the
This
ferry.
is this is what's happening. This is the exchange that's happening like on the ferry now as we're heading to the Wisteria.
Yeah, depending on how you squint, it's either a pile of pretzels or a hill to die on.
Nice.
But these are things to contemplate as you take the ferry to the Wisteria.
What kind of ship is the ferry?
Mhm.
So the ferry itself is it's a little bit larger than your average shuttle. It's bigger and a
I
little
mentioned
bit
like there's like
taller.
indoor seating and like deck seating, seeing as how air envelopes are kind of encasing these things.
Yeah.
So I almost picture like the ferries that go between like even like islands and stuff like that, right? To take people to and
Yeah.
from, like just commuter ferries.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah,
like
the
it's in
ship
space.
itself is a little more compact
Yeah.
than quite that, but is very similar in execution. Like it does have a top deck with people hanging out on top. There's a bottom deck. It's just not huge.
What are the locale going to the Wisteria? Who are we surrounded by right now?
It's a lot of what look like working professionals.
So we fit right in.
Yeah, like these are people who are going to white collar and concierge blue collar jobs on the Wisteria.
So why were they?
So people
I
who
guess
can't
I'm-
afford to live there who are going to work there.
Were these people we can assume that maybe came from the mothership and that like it was just a quick stop at the raft and like continuing on? Like were there others that
Some
boarded
from the
from the
mothership.
raft with us?
Oh yeah, some from the raft. Like I mean, like look, the Wisteria is going to have like entry level retail and stuff.
Gotcha, okay.
But,
Yeah, just curious.
You're going to have people from the raft who are going to try to dress nice during the day and go there
Gotcha.
and then come back to their life in the slums.
That's kind of what I was trying to get an idea of. Is like are these?
Yeah, definitely. It's a vibe of the people who it takes to sustain this neighborhood can't afford to live in this neighborhood.
Makes sense.
Wow. Looks around. This ferry's a piece of shit. Takes out a calm emotion scroll. Why did nobody tell me that coffee makes you feel bad after you drink it?
So you're just lighting up right on the ferry.
100%. As
Are there,
far
like,
as
no
I know
smoking
on
signs?
shuttle, as far as I know
Okay.
on shuttles, you're allowed to. All the shuttles I've been on, we were allowed to smoke on.
How many shuttles
One.
have you been on? Were you actually allowed to
Yeah,
smoke on
because
that
remember,
one?
Mach was lighting
Yeah,
up.
wait,
and we
it's
all
just
started
it's
lighting up.
it's our shuttle. Of course it is now, right?
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know fucking.
I don't know if he was allowed to do it
Hey, man.
either.
No.
Well, doing
Monkey
it.
see,
Are
monkey
there?
do.
That's what I'm saying. Are there like clear no smoking signs like posted around the ferry?
Above every fucking door, like on every piece of mass transit everywhere. Which of course is not going to stop.
That's more of a
you.
What about
suggestion.
what,
And
what about
really,
what about
nobody's gonna do
outside
it-
on like the viewing deck, right? Like what about like out on the exterior of the ship on the viewing deck?
There would be up there too.
Yeah, there'd be signs
like
up
on
there.
some
right?
of the railings.
Would you be
and
doing? So I
stuff.
guess the question
But-
to Chum is: would you be doing this indoors or outdoors, so to speak?
I would be doing it wherever the group is, wherever we decided to sit
Oh.
down.
I don't know. I feel like I would want to be on. I feel like I would want to be on the viewing deck just to like watch space happen
Yeah.
around us.
Especially if it's your first time going there, maybe it's a good way to set the
Doing that?
scene.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll get an umbrella
yeah.
table or whatever. Table with an
Oh
umbrella.
yeah. Lev, a piece.
Okay, come on.
Thanks, bud. A lot of big people here. I'm a little nervous. Not talking about you, ma'am. Look the other way.
Please. He didn't mean it like that. He is child. Can you not tell?
You know, I mean, you guys are getting, like, especially Chum is getting some looks from people. Nobody's saying anything. There's a lot of bystander
He
effect
always
going
gets
on,
this.
but you're definitely getting the eyes from
Anytime we
people,
go anywhere fancy.
especially once you sparked up the J in front of everybody.
I'm sorry. The what? It is the scroll of calm emotions. Thank you.
And it is calming these emotions, let me tell you what.
It sparked up the C.
Sparked
There
up
we
the
go.
sea. That's right.
And then it would just be hidden as we're looking at the astral sea. You wanna give
Well,
us
actually,
a
we're in a
little-
solar system, right? I'm pretty sure we're in
Oh yeah, we're
Bevan
in
Expanse.
space, brother.
Yeah, where would we be
the
now?
Bevan Expanse. I got that. I actually made a map of that solar system for you in our locations.
I'm gonna be passing the scroll of common emotions to anyone who wants.
As the ferry sets off, the nearby planet appears over the bow of the ferry. As you take to the space surrounding the ships of the flotilla and into the wild space of the system itself. the large, even blue hue of the gas giant in front of you. A very flat, even color with no swirls at all. Takes up your field of view. Majestic, glowing, and casting a blue hue on everything around. And that's where I'm going to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast.
Ooh, in transit.
Hell yeah.
To the Wisteria.
The Wisteria.
If you like us, we can be found on the internet. Now, I used to be able to tell you all these places you could find us, but I don't have to anymore. We planted some roots, a tree of links, if you will. So if you go to linkter.ee/haplessheroes, you'll find all of our socials there, our Twitters and our Reddit and all those things. But really, the one that matters, the one you want to go to, is our Discord server, the crown jewel of our internet presence, and the place you can meet, greet, chat, and hang out with us on a daily basis. Because we're always there, because people like me just like to know life, the internet, like that. Now, but seriously, the people you want to see there are our community. We've got channels for D&D related things, podcast related things, non-D&D stuff. It's, come meet people like you and be part of our community. It's a good thing. Now, let's say though you really like us, you could leave us a 5-star review, either on the podcast service of your choice, or if your podcast service doesn't allow it, or maybe you're just not outgoing like that, you can leave it in the 5-star channel of our Discord. Any place that you do that, you leave a review for us. We're going to find it, we're going to see it, we're going to read it, and then we're going to read it out loud on our show, as we do to recognize you as the 5-star human that you are.
Yeah, shout out to Bob on our Discord server. Just Bob, at least at the time of this writing, who just says, now they're not caught up to us at all right now, but they said they've been listening for a while, and they're, as at the time of this recording, up to episode 218. So please, no spoilers. But he said the creativity and sound quality is top notch. I like it so much that I've incorporated some Hoblis descendants into a campaign I'm running as NPCs. Humor and captivating story keeps me sane in rush hour traffic. 5 stars. Hey Bob, shout out. Can't wait till you get to this spot.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Once
you.
you catch up to
Bob.
us. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
It's Dave from the past.
Yes.
Hi, 2026.
You're a 5-star human.
Yes, you are. But maybe your love goes deeper. Maybe you really, really love us. You donate to our Patreon. Step back for a second to that tree of links, and Linktree will point you there, but it's also patreon.com/haplessheroes. Any level of contribution you do, we would be absolutely fantastically thankful for, and it allows us to continue to create this ad-free listening experience and keep telling our story, without having to muck it up with advertising and promotion and all that sort of stuff. But it's enough that, it pays our hosting, it upgrades our equipment, it keeps us creating quality content for you. But if you do that, you get access to some stuff. There's something in it for you. It's not just for us. There's some outtakes, some bloopers that are available. There's access to the special patrons only channel in our Discord where we post with our pinkies in the air. But really, if you do choose to do that, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. I've got nowhere else to go here but to outro our cast, so I'll back it out. All the way over on my left, we have Jim Daloom, played by Seb.
Wow. No matter how many times I see it, it's always so beautiful. Passes joint to the left.
To his left, we have Glurp Glup Glup, played by Nicole.
Oh, everything is so blue.
Glorp continues passing to the left without actually partaking.
Doing it, yeah.
Good etiquette. Great etiquette.
To her left is Brunner Brew Blitzboar, played by
I
Mark.
am on an adventure. And he passes it to the left.
To his left, we have Lev Zangief, played by Lou.
I think it will also be red or yellow, the gas giants.
To his left, we have Jam Jam, played by John.
Until next time.
And to his left, we have Percival Flathest, played by Francesco.
What? No, I'm good, thank you. We'll see you next time.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and Dungeon Master. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
I don't think anyone was trying to hand it to you, Percy.